And you just let the slip soak in just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That was all about
Mm-hmm.
So see how it's sort of a matte finish instead
Yeah,
of how
like
it's
glossy,
shiny
yeah.
really.
Gotcha.
Well, I've never used slip for decorating, so tell me about it, would you?
Slip is, you can probably make it yourself in the studio. The key for this particular technique is, because really this block here is just a form of slip. But if you use this and color that with some kind of an oxide or a stain, it's not going to probably give you enough of a contrast. So I've taken just some porcelain clay, actually, dried it out, reconstituted into a slurry, and added some stain or colorant to it. You can also buy colored slips, and it's possible that an underglaze would work, but I've never done it. In my mind, I'm thinking it'll be too short, because what I'm going to do right now is throw this out on the table.
And is that enough when you were finished?
No.
No.
You put clear lines over that?
That's what that is?
That's
Awesome. Maybe just put clear lines.
Now, when I first did this, I wasn't using colored slips at all. I used nothing. I just cut into it, and I used the clay raised like this. That's obviously not a good look for a bowl. So, do you have some more newspaper? Actually, see if we can. So now I have to push this back into the clay.
Why?
Because that would be a weird texture to scrape a spoon off of. And you could use them for sculpture. You can't, because I can't touch this. I mean, that's the limitation of this technique. I can once that's on there, I can't touch. Okay. So I will never touch that until it's. And a bigger roller, I don't know if you have one in the studio anywhere, would be better, because so that the lines don't show up on here. But if you can create slip, and you can, you think your kids can get the concept of don't touch, I think it'd be really fun, because they can literally.
High schoolers.
Yeah, and I'm not quite there. And you can't reuse this wet paper on the top. It'll just create buckles. And I just kind of make note of where I need to go here. Use this. Now with the clear glaze, or a glaze is going to show up underneath here, what an amazing, pattern. And the beauty of this is you can't go wrong with your cuts, because when you stretch it, it just is going to be excellent no matter what you do. I was thinking, Jean, you should be doing this. This is if you needed my input on what you should be doing with your work.
We don't get out very enough. I mean,
Because the last one I went to was probably one of the best ones we've ever.
I would love it if we could even just get schools to do empty bowls in-house. Their own little empty bowls events. I think would be very wonderful.
it's also has sort of a double meaning, which I really love, like giving something away, making something, I mean, it's more than just making bowls.
Yeah, it's a big.
Now, I'm touching this. Didn't I tell you you can never touch it?
I think she did.
And I don't like this. This mold is not going to.
Sorry.
So this is a little bit too big. You guys have to kind of know your. My touch, as long as the slip is.
That dried it a little bit more.
Yes, it definitely did.
Dried
So
it out, which makes it a little bit more touchable.
probably continue to mess with this again.
Nice job. I thought it too dry.
It's amazing, yeah.
Too dry?
Yeah, because of the paper
Oh.
being on top of it, that you would, the clay was cracked, but it's really
Now again, I'm coming really close to the edge here, and I won't be happy with that, but that's okay. And somebody can play with that one that I set up if you want. But I used to draw animals, and I'm not a good drawer actually. Jean is very good at this stuff. I'm really just. Now this one I'm going to leave on this mold a little bit longer because this mold has a wider angle, and if I take it off, I'm pretty sure it'll lose its form. So we'll see what this guy looks like in a little bit. Okay, so he has to sit. These are just whatever. I mean, there is no, I have no plans. I don't really need to do another demo here because I want you guys to do some stuff.
This is great.
I'd rather see it.
I guess we could try it next year.
There was our little meeting in September.
I thought you could get in a conference, like state conference. I think that would
Good
be
idea,
great.
Mary. What time of year is that?
It's usually the end of October.
End of October?
You know, a lot of people cancel, so I mean, they might say they'll look full, but we'll take your name, and I bet you can.
Is that what we've just finished, Empty Bowls?
You know, seeing this, I think makes people interested in doing it. I kept thinking, coil bowl, how boring is that, you know? And I think, you know, the techniques that you're showing,
I think it'd be a good idea. You could designate a 12-year-old.
you could always write their name on the bottom of the holes. But I always like to see a kid's name in a clay piece before you fire it, because otherwise,
Yes.
totally agree. So that's, I mean, you still fail because you can never read them.
A pen that doesn't have any ink in it, or a pencil? Because those needle tones just.
Underglaze is the one I used to do. That's the coil bowls. These are 10-year-old girls and
Just look at some
Sticker, huh?
They never stick.
It's
No, it's always, I don't know why it's sticking. It never sticks.
Is the clay wetter than normal?
This clay is drier because it's been sitting.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, I just think those are always fun bowls,
Yeah.
whatever you.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a nice decorative bowl.
Right.
And they're usually better than this. They can be better than that.